I hope we got it this time. Ah, people of Earth, greetings. Anybody on here yet? Oh, I got up from my deathbed to do that. I've been sick for a week. I've got super Rona part 2, COVID 22. So yeah, I got up out of my deathbed just to to do this. This is my last act on Earth. Rude Mall Part 2, what's going on? Dickie Farley, James Fife, what's happening? George Bonnie. You guys are always the first to load in. Oh man, wrong button. Which I might have hit the wrong button. I don't even know. Dave Penny, what's happening? Mopar Den, what's going on, brother man? John Woolworth, the squirrels are always at it. Catfish and Chris, John Trudeau. Oh man, I'm gonna miss some of you guys. Big Bear. Oh, Jerry Franks, what's happening, guys? Oh, good to see you all. Yeah, I lasted a whole 14 seconds. 0. Okay, we're safe now. 0 is here. Yeah, there's Uncle Kathy.
What's up, guys?
I explained to them I got up off my deathbed so that my last act on Earth would be to be with
You've been really bad.
my friends over here.
He's been really
Yes.
sick.
Yeah, really, this whole week I've been on my ass. It's terrible. Oh, man.
How long do you think you're gonna make it tonight?
Oh, about another like 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Yeah. John Wilburn has his new video up. Yesterday he put it up. We shared it. John Wilburn saying, hey.
What's up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's see. Big Bear says, hello, Uncle Kathy.
Hey, is this the best thumbnail you've made?
What?
It's terrible.
Should I make another one?
Yeah, look at it. It's awful.
How can I make another thumbnail? We've already started.
It's not good.
You weren't here to be in the thumbnail.
It's not a good thumbnail.
That's the best I could come up with on my own. On my deathbed. Everything's going
You
dark.
sound better than that on
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here. This is better. Okay.
All right. Are you making a better
You
thumbnail?
gotta put the blinds up.
I put the blinds up?
Yeah.
That's like housework.
It is.
Oh. Oh, no. Now I'm here on my sofa.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this hand off. There you go. You're good.
So you're going to sit your back to everybody tonight?
No, well, this is a good way for me to read it.
That's like-
I'll turn.
It's like some sort of
I'll turn.
anger that you have. There we go. Oh, look at this. Look how pretty you are. Isn't she freaking
I'm
beautiful?
not angry.
Oh, my God. Joe Wilbur is working on this virtual slideshow from the live we did last week. You guys sent in great pictures of your cars. And I haven't given any thought at all in the last week because I've been smoked.
You can smoke?
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
COVID 22. They're sending in scientists from the Netherlands to study me tomorrow.
What?
I said they're flying in scientists from the Netherlands to study me tomorrow.
Who?
Them,
Who's them?
the health people, the ones way up there.
The who?
Who? Not just a band. You know, they stopped making music and they got
Roger
into.
Daltrey?
What's that?
Roger Daltrey?
Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, I think, is still alive, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when they got out of music,
Yeah.
they got into medicine,
Okay.
and that's.
And they're flying into stuff on you?
So who is coming tomorrow? Yeah. 426, Rich. What's happening, brother, man?
You got the Rona, you sound raspy.
Oh, I had the Rona already. This isn't as bad as the Rona, but it's bad.
You got that phone.
I have to light a cigarette. I got one lit. There. Mm-hmm.
Stop smoking.
Yeah, it's true. The Who got out of music. That was it. It was just like they did. What did they do? It was the last thing that they did, around 1980. I forgot what it was. And then that was it. They got into medicine. It's snowing in the Motor City. It's been wet and dreary here in Tennessee. Ajax, what's happening, brother? Watched the Roadrunner vid and remind me of a pic I took of my wife and I in front of an 88 Dakota Mopar Express 4x4 and a Roadrunner convertible. Just happened to drive by as we took the pic.
Here's some water.
Oh my God, you got me water so I can stay hydrated.
Yeah, it's coffee.
Thank you. Oh, she's getting me coffee so I can stay awake. Devin, what's happening, brother, man? How are you? I'm not allowed to die. I'm gonna try to hang in there. Dude, it's like 0 degrees in New Hampshire. Oh, I mean, I don't know how you guys in the Northeast do that. It's like in the 30s here, and like that makes it miserable. Ah, honey lemon tea. I don't like tea, but it wouldn't work. I've been on everything. Dakota, what's happening, brother? How come Dakota hasn't been timed out yet? Why doesn't my 74 Dart Swinger hardtop have vent windows on doors? After 72, 72 is the last year of the two doors for the vent windows. But the four doors had vent windows up until 76. Please show the talk plans you talk about it before you install. I will. We're going to TCI on Wednesday, so we're gonna do a whole video on that. Greg McDonald says it's bad enough I aged many years without our permission. Did I really age that much? I did, right? I'm much older than I started out. Kuda, roll up your windows. What rear-ended work in an 87 D150? I mean, it probably got 8 1/4 in it now. They work pretty well. What are you trying to do with it? Is an Edelbrock carb a copy of an AVS or an AFB? The normal Edelbrock is a copy of the AFB, but they also have a copy of the AVS, which oddly enough is labeled the AVS. So AVS means air valve secondary. And all it means, if you look at the secondary part of the car, the back half of the carburetor, it's got an air flap on it, like a choke plate. That's the only difference between an AFB and an AVS, really. Old car guy, what's happening, brother? Yogurt 77. You really like the evolution of the Roadrunner video. George, that was all I could come up with. I'm telling you, man, this whole week, I'm like, oh, I got to make a video. We got to make a video, right? So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go sit in front of the computer and talk about Roadrunners for 10 fucking minutes. That was the best I can come up with this week. Ajax, you should still do a 383 build, man. Some of us need that information. Well, yeah, big block stuff coming. Big block stuff coming. Please let me just work through one. Right now, my head is on that 6-cylinder. I got to get that car together and running. Then back to Bottle Rocket. Please let me get those cars just running and sorted, right? And get people in them to take them to the motherfucking tracks and drive them so I can focus on building stuff. So once I get past those little humps, over the next, let's say, month, then, we're going to do all sorts of different things. You like me to my, yeah, it's like looking at the, right? I know. Which whiplash cams in Bottle Rocket does no longer have a whiplash cam. I swapped to a roller. Well, I mean, early last year. It's a comp roller. There's like 550, 560, 230 at 50 on 112 degree because it's a nitrous motor, so we're a big, wide, low separation angle on that. And it's up 4 degrees. It's advanced 4 degrees from top to center. Heated veneers or regular ginger ale with honey should help this one. I've been drinking ginger ale, and I don't really like ginger ale, but that's all I've been drinking. You know what worked? I don't have any more of it, but pineapple. My throat was killing me, and I was like all congested and shit. And I did some reading, and pineapple, man. So I got a can of Dole's, pineapple, right? And chowed down on that. It really made a difference. It really cleared stuff up. Let's see. What fenders can be used on a 69 Roadrunner besides Roadrunner fenders? Satellite or Belvedere. I mean, you could use a 68 if you want. Just have to you have to fix the marker light, but it's any Plymouth B-body from that era. Bought right on. Oh my God, Uncle Kathy brought me coffee. You were like Florence Nightingale?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Is there any reason not to build a Volare? Don't see many darts, but Volares are around. No, build a Volare. They're great cars. Let's see. What'll happen if I run a standard size piston in a 20 over block? No good. You can go standard piston in a 10 over block, but you can't go no more than 10. 10 is max. The piston at 20 over, the piston rocks around too much. The rings won't be stable. Dan, you hope it's not COVID. I had that last year, this time last year. Uncle Kathy is a great host, right? Len H., you've been sick since February 1989. Oh, you haven't been sick. Neither, it's my grandkids. I'm fine. I don't get sick either. But my grandkids, it happens every time they go back to school. It happened to me last year. As soon as they come over, right, and then bam, we're all sick. And then this last time they opened the schools here, in middle of December, and or they opened the schools after Christmas. Kids came over to visit, and bang, you got this. John, you watching UTG on our screen, and the screen behind Uncle Tom? Yeah, it's, oh shit. Oh yeah, that's like an infinite type of thing, right? And look, there's a time delay going on. Oh man. Let's see. Nick V, what's happening, brother?
I'm back.
Biden's going to make me take a vaccine. Nobody's going to make me take a vaccine.
Tricky. Yeah.
Smash the like button. I can't. Why can't we like our own? Oh, wait, I can't. I think I can't. Wait.
You can?
No. I can't like my own fucking live feed. Why is that?
What's up, Dakota? What's up, Tiki Farley?
Tony, check my temperature. I have a slight fever.
You do again?
I do.
What's up, Joe K? You have a fever?
Slight one.
Oh, yeah, you're warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a fever.
You want to take?
No, I want to do this.
You want Tylenol?
No, not right now. Just let me have my coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
NyQuil and Dayquil works great for me. What were you taking? You're taking
We have this. I usually use NyQuil, right? Like NyQuil like crazy, but we found this Kroger stuff. It's like a NyQuil knockoff. Holy shit! It's got like whatever NyQuil has that puts you out. This has got like a double dose of that. So, and it's cheap. It's like 98 cents a bottle. So we bought a bunch of it.
A bunch of it. You got the COVID? No, I'm just sick. Let's see.
125 likes gets Dakota a timeout. Oh man! All right, we got no. He didn't do anything. But he has to get his timeout.
Why?
Because that's his thing. Am I related to Ronald Bush, the Fair Junior? Yes. Are you going to do Brian Cabral's bet? I don't know. What is it?
I don't know.
I killed a man in timeout. Yeah, see? Dakota's hard.
Dakota.
Dakota's a hard ass, man. He killed a guy in timeout just to watch him die.
Over
right?
a piece of cake.
Over a piece of cake. And it wasn't even theirs. It was somebody else's cake. in another cell.
Matt Moran did a video review of the 68 Rover and thought it was pretty good. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Any experience with the glass see-through carb bowls. I can't talk.
No, I've had see-through sight glasses, but never a see-through carb bowl. I'd like a see-through. That would be pretty freaking cool, actually.
Dakota, why don't you have content on your channel?
Because he's busy getting timed out over here. It says, Brian bet me $2,000 you couldn't get bottle rocket into the tens. Tell Brian to come down here with $2,000 cash, and let's for $2,000, I'll take the car and literally throw it down the street.
Charles Manson wants to know, is bottle rocket running its stock spindles on the frame?
Yes.
My 72 Coronet snapped the driver's side spindle going down the road. Still not sure why.
I have no idea. Excuse me. I do this a lot lately. Okay.
Dirty Nut says, be careful. Too much of that NyQuil crap will cause system failure.
Nothing's going to shut down my system. Have you ever seen me paint a fucking car? No, don't worry about it. I'm impervious.
Google Sucks wants to know, do you prefer a Cuda or Challenger?
A Cuda.
Let's see.
And you know the thing is, I always, back in the day when the cars were around, and I was always, flipping cars and moving in and out, buying and selling cars, never come across any Cudas. Just a couple of them. It was always Challengers, and I always preferred the Cudas. We had a couple of nice ones though. We had the convertible flow up.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
We had the 71 446 pack 4-speed car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had a few Cudas, but most of the cars I ended up with were Challengers.
Jayla wants to know, do you get power gains from thinner oil?
You can, yes. I mean, if nothing else, just from the lack of pumping losses through the pump itself. I mean,
Martin says, hello from the land of Volvos, Sweden.
If I survive this, I may make it to Sweden.
You're going to survive.
I don't think so.
You will.
It's not looking good.
You've been sick all week.
It's getting dark in here.
It's not dark in here.
Oh, really? The lights are going
Probably needs to
dim.
lay off the smokes. He has been, actually. He has been. We take a drag and
There's been a guy in a black hoodie robe hanging around.
Stop.
I keep seeing everywhere I go. There's a tall, skinny guy in a black hoodie robe.
stop.
I don't know what's up with that.
Peter says, cheers, Tony from Brisbane.
Well, you don't say I, you say cheers. Right? I is Ireland, right? The Irish people say. I got a fever. I'm a little, okay?
You're a little fever.
Just a little bit.
Donna Wendy English. Any stories of blocks busting from freezing temperatures? Where do they typically bust?
My experience is the most common place on the Mopars, big blocks especially. I can't remember seeing any frozen, cracked small blocks, but big blocks, they break in the valley. It pushes out the valley right above the lifter boards. You'll see there's a bunch of like Hemi blocks that were, at least back when Hemi blocks was scarce, there were a lot of them out there that had freeze damage on that had been welded up in the valleys. That was like a fairly common thing.
Wolfhard Man 1978 says, my mom's an herbalist. Cool.
Oh,
I
nice.
found this at the health food store. It works awesome. Brand, no label, Sambucus Zinc C. Has vitamin C and elderberry as well as its lozenges. It knocks the crap out of colds. You should go to the health food store.
I can try that.
Let's see. Maybe.
You want a cough from there? There's already a cigarette. The cigarette keeps you from coughing.
Don't smoke right now. Jason says, Tony, Big Block Chevy 454, easy way to set valves when intake is on. Just want to make sure they're okay. Thanks.
I don't even know what you just asked. I'm sorry.
454,
Yeah.
easy way to set valves when intake is on. What's the easy way to set the valve on the intake block?
Oh, just
Like
bring
about
it,
Chevy.
just bring it to top dead, so close to top dead center of the compression stroke, of each cylinder. That's the easiest way. This is a foolproof way to do it. Pop the spark plug off, put your finger in a hole, bump the motor until you feel compression. When you feel compression, set the valves there. Then move on to the next cylinder.
Rick W. wants to know, what weight and type of oil do you prefer for your cars?
Oh, it just depends. It just depends. Different engines, different circumstances require different weight oils. I can tell you that I like my motors really on the loose side. Like when I get a crank cut for myself, let's say it's going to go 10-10, I go 11-11. If it's going to be 20-20, I go 21-21. I like my motors very loose. So I'll use a thicker oil to maintain, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the question was anymore.
What weight and type of oil you prefer?
But like I said, the weight has to do with the application.
Bruce W. has a long question.
Okay, Bruce.
I have a 360 Magnum, air gap intake, 209, 217 cam. I currently have a 600 Holly.
Okay.
Some say 600 Holly all good, others say I'm losing power.
Yeah.
How much gains are to be had going to 750?
It's hard to say. You're not going to see any gains down low. You won't see any gains like in under 4,000 RPM. Between like 5,000 and 6,000 RPM, you'll see a 30 to 50 horsepower gain, going from a 600 to a 750.
Adam says, crap, I didn't have my mask on when you were coughing.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I've contaminated all of you people spiritually now.
Nick B says, UT, when the stuff shows up, I'll send a pic of one of my toys.
Okay.
Oh no, Vince has the COVID.
Oh no, Vince. We're in the same boat. I had it last year. We survived. It's all right. It's all good.
Craig Butler says, do you believe catch cans really help with keeping octane rating up?
Catch can?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You use a catch can for like an oil overflow. You use a catch can for like radiator overflow. I don't know what you would mean. You mean cool can? Cool can. If you're on a cool can, it has nothing to do with octane. It has to do with just condensing the gasoline, so you get more per. You condensing the gasoline, you get more through. You see what I'm saying?
No.
I don't either.
You're right.
Give me a less complicated question.
Coastal Reaction says, hey Tony, you're not sick, are you, brother?
I'm very sick.
Yeah, that's why we're not doing a lot of videos right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like that Roadrunner video, it was like, Cat, we gotta do a video. Our channel's down to like, we had like 19 views yesterday. We gotta get,
It's true.
we're gonna go fucking broke. It's ramen forever. We're gonna have to eat your chickens. And she's like, do a Roadrunner video. I'm like, okay, let's do a Roadrunner video. So we came in here, we shot a Roadrunner video real quick. And then I curled up in a ball and weeped myself to sleep.
Slept either. That's the problem too. No sleep. Let's see. Vinny LC says, are you ever going to do a series on drag racing tips, like suspension tuning and engine builds, etc.?
We've done so many videos. Oh God, we've done literally 100 videos that have all of that kind of stuff all in there, But it's hard to do them because every car is different. Every car is different. Every track is different. Every engine is different. Every driver is different. Every type of racing is different. So you can't really. It's impossible to do one video that covers all of those.
Let's see. Ajax says, wait. Is he talking to me or talking to somebody else? Hang on. Okay, wait. Let's see.
Is that Buff? Yeah, I see Buff.
What's up, Buff?
Buff.
He says the Roadrunner video was great, except you sounded like you had a cold. Yeah, he's been sick. Okay, Ajax says,
when you left, Buff, my immune
Nothing's
system
been the same.
plummeted. I haven't been the same.
all right, Ajax says 247, 538 cam with late model 360 heads with 188 valves. Is that going to work at all? I'm aware I have to change things within the heads, but what about the 188s? Will it breathe right on
Yeah.
the 60 over small block?
Yeah, 180s are fine. I would prefer the 180s to the 202s.
Yeah, hurry back, Buff.
What?
I said hurry back, Buff. Just leave your job and come back.
Yeah, Buff, really. I'm telling you, ever since you left.
He says he'll be working there until March.
Oh.
All right, that's not that long. Let's see. Now that Larry King passed away, I submitted your resume to CNN.
Yeah, I was thinking about jumping in Larry King's shoes.
Yeah, you'd be great.
Yeah, seriously. I have the voice right now too.
Tell us about the Roadrunner engine. Mike wants to know. The one that's in our Roadrunner?
Yeah, it's a 400 short block. It's got a crane roller cam, ported 906s, the 343 horse intake with the 2 6.25. It's got a dual point intake, dual point distributor. What do you want to know?
Yeah, you want to know about the motor.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Chris Greenaway says, did you see the video I sent to John Wilburn?
I don't believe so, Chris. I really haven't seen very much. Most of the things I see aren't even real anymore. Well, I've done a lot of hallucinating.
Cam Weinberg says, would you rather have a 71 Charger or a 70 Charger, both 318s?
I prefer the 71.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I would think I like the 71. I think it's a smoother look. I mean, I'm not knocking it. The second gen, the 68 to 70 is just beautiful, but I prefer the it just a thing. I just like the fuselage bodies.
Tech Le Fressement says, hey Tony, I'm having some trouble with dieseling on my small block Chevy. Do you have any tips to solve it?
I mean, usually dieseling just means that you've got the throttle blades open too far. Usually, I don't know why you would have the throttle blades open that far. Generally, what will happen is, give you an example, you'll have one of the idle passages partially blocked, so you're not getting enough idle mixture to keep the motor happy. So you got to open the throttle blades to where you're into the transfer slot to pull fuel. Okay, so when that happens, when you go to shut it off, you'll get an idle like 800 RPM, 900 RPM like that. But when you shut it off, the throttle blade's wide open, or not wide open, but it's open enough that it doesn't want to stop pulling fuel. So it'll want to run on a little bit.
John says, good day from Melbourne, Australia.
Good day.
Can you use Holly 600 jets in a 350 Holly? Thanks.
The Holly jets don't care what size carburetor you screw them in. The jets, you can take the jets from any carburetor, any Holly carburetor, and put them into any other Holly carburetor.
Nicholas B says, if someone was going to give you a brand new car, what would it be?
It wouldn't be.
A brand new car.
I don't know. A Miata. Yeah. Well, we went to look at them.
A Subaru?
Yeah, no, I don't really want a brand new car.
Would you take a Miata?
Yeah, probably out of all of them. Nobody makes anything I like.
Maybe you just don't like a lot of paint.
Oh, that's possible. Or maybe I like what I like enough that I don't want anything else.
You might have to drive an electric car.
Nah.
No?
I'll find my.
Horseback?
Huh?
Are they going horseback?
I'll find my way around that. Don't stress it.
Let's see. There's something I was going to read. Where'd it go? Binder Bird says, what is a switch pitch converter? How does it work?
The switch pitch originated with Buicks because they had a Dynaflow transmission, which was basically a torque converter. So there's two sets of vanes inside the converter, and they're electrically moved, so that you'll get high stall, and then it'll progress. Basically, it's an early version of a lockup converter.
Can you do a video on tuning nitro?
Nothing that would be relevant.
No.
Nothing that would be relevant. I mean, the stuff that I was doing 20 years ago, 25 years ago, nothing has any bearing on anything that's going on today at all. I did do a two-part article in Superstock and Drag Illustrated in 1997. That was 24 years ago, called Cheap Thrills. And in that article, I did a full tune-up. It was two parts. I did a basic budget setup, what parts you're going to need and so on and so forth in part one. And then in part two, we did the actual tune-up. So if you could find that, but that's as far as I went down the nitro food chain. So I couldn't tell you what's happening today.
Jake Ron says, watch your video on lock distributors. I'm going to apply it to my SL350 Honda. Would it work to put springs in that? Would stretch it idle speed so it would start without full advance, but ideal at full?
Yeah, you could do that. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I don't know how this is set up, but generally speaking, there's always a light spring and a heavy spring. Take the heavy spring off and give the light one a little bit of a stretch. And then, yeah, you're basically doing enough. If you can loosen up the springs so that at idle speed or like 1,000 RPM, the weights are fully extended, it's really the same as locking it out.
Let's see. KGG 1970 Mercury Cyclone spoiler or 1974 Torino Cobra. My neighbor has both.
Oh man, I'd have to flip a coin. They're both really cool cars. Torino is much cleaner, but the Cyclone was like, I'd have to flip a coin. Like that's one of those things, I'd have to actually be there and look at them,
Okay.
You're right, Mike. Switch fish converters are hydraulically operated. There's an electric switch that sends fluid, an electric solenoid that sends fluid. But yeah.
When was the last of the 440s? My RV 440 is stamped 9/11/79.
Yeah, 79 was the last year for the. Because after they took them out of regular cars and trucks, they still had them in industrial applications and the motorhomes and all of that. So it's actually pretty common to come across 440s with 1979 casting dates. Actually, I've had 440s with 1980 casting dates because they had to service, you know what I'm saying? They needed to have them available for service also. So it was a very common motor to be used back then. So you'll find casting dates on just about any engine that extend past when they were, like for instance, you find 426 Hemi casting dates in 1975. So and they stopped producing them in 1971. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite GM brand and car?
Yeah, I lean towards Buicks. I lean towards Buicks. I respect the hell out of Chevys. Pontiacs are hit and miss. Sometimes, some of them I really love, and others I'm like, right? So.
I got lost.
Okay.
It's just like went away. Timing small block 36 degrees mechanical advance max. What is max degrees of the vacuum advance?
50 degrees. Yeah, like 50, 55. Remember, it's not under a load. Your vacuum advance shouldn't be operating under any type of load. So yeah, you can shoot it all the way up there. But yeah, more or less.
Let's see. Pontiac Torque Monsters.
If I had a G body, it would be a Regal. No, I like the Grand Prix. See, it's I mean about Pontiacs. I go both ways. Yeah, remember the white Grand Prix we had, the white one with the burgundy interior?
Yeah, it was a crazy one.
Oh, I love the nose on that car.
I like the Monty.
It was a Monty too, yeah.
I prefer that. Yeah, I don't like the Pontiacs. Rigmopro dude says, a nice 64 Mercury Murata the other day.
Okay,
Man, but it was nice.
Yeah, Mercury Marauder. What a great name, right? The Marauder.
Thank you, Anthony Perna.
Thank you.
He says, first, thanks for doing the chat sick. Hope you feel better soon. Have you ever put fuel filters in line with tank that needs to be boiled and ran enough gas through it that it actually came clean?
I have, right, like for instance, what car gives me that problem?
Which?
Where there's a lot of silt in the tank and I've got
When
to
we
change
first got
the.
the Belvedere,
Oh, that was a whole different story. I've had, now, actually, I think at this point I'm done with all of that, but I've had one of my cars, I don't remember which one it was. I had so many cars. The GT that I drive now. When I first got that, I used to keep filters all the time. I run two filters in line with each other instead of one clogged and have the other one to go. So, yeah, I've had that, but eventually they do clear themselves out.
Do you have a preferred valve spring brand? Or what spring would you recommend for 318 with around 470 lift cam?
I couldn't, I don't really have a preferred brand. I mean, honestly, it's like just whatever cam I'm buying. If I'm buying springs for the application, I'll just buy them, from that manufacturer. I don't really, and I'm sure, springs are probably like lifters. The wire is probably all from the same manufacturer, and they're just, But I don't have a preferred spring.
Hunter says, I just got an 85 Regal for my birthday. Very cool.
Congratulations.
What's up there, Schmidt? Where are the doggies? Being quiet.
Yeah, they've been very quiet. Surprisingly so.
It is surprising. Let's see. What can you tell me about my car when it's normal operating temp? And I turn it off and wait for a few, and when I turn it back on, it bogs for a second, like if it's missing fuel. It's rebuilt.
One more time?
Okay, it's hard for me to read because I'm getting sick. Let's see. What can you tell me about my car when it's at normal operating temp and I turn it off and wait a few, and when it turns back on, it bogs for a second, like if it's missing fuel. It's rebuilt.
What kind of carburetor is it? If it's either a quadrigen or a thermal quad, I'd say you got fuel dripping in after it's shut. Well plugs or the well seals in a thermal quad would give you that. Holly or Edelbrock, I couldn't imagine having. I don't know.
I got a 68 LTD two-door. I'd like to sell. I live in New Hampshire, selling cheap. It seems everyone is too far away. Let's see if anybody wants that. There's one there. Tony, checking Facebook Marketplace, typed in slotted mag rims and found several pairs and sets. Found great used small block Mopar double 4-valve aluminum intake for $200 if you or anybody else is interested. I'm not buying any parts.
No.
Mike Sanderlin says, what would you recommend for a relatively stock aftermarket cam for an LA318?
A relatively stock mild cam, just put the 340, 360 cam in there. It's a 444 lift. I don't remember what the duration is. Probably the best cam for a 318 street strip cam is the 1968. Look, I don't remember the specs off the top of my head. I got a fucking fever. Look up.
I'm sorry.
Now, usually I'm able to spit out numbers. I can't spit out numbers today.
Do you want Tylenol?
No.
All right.
Thank you, Zen.
Thank you, Zenro.
Listen, who's the 318? Who's the guy that asked the 318 question? Cam. All right, 318 cam question. 1968 344 speed.
I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back.
That's the grind you want to look for, right? 1968 344 speed. If you can't find that grind, You just go cheap, something you get at a parts store. Then stock replacement cam, 1972, 73, 340, 360. Same cam. Oh, thank you, Ajax. I use engine restore in my toilet, never my Mopar. You watched Ricky's Dragster Garage. UT wasn't in the top fuel game. I was in the top fuel game. I was partners on a top fuel. I worked with a bunch of different ones, but I was partners in a top fuel dragster for 3 years. Does the Hellcat motor suffer from that cam oiling? Yes. Any difference between Raphael? Any difference between a TNT 440 Super Commando or Magnum 440s? No, they're all exactly the same. Jake Brown, do I think starting with a kickstart would be a problem with a locked distributor? I have Sportster knee. Google Sportster knee, and you'll know what that's all about. Yeah, don't. Do I have a cold? Yes, I have a very bad cold. High flow oil pump, bad idea for cam and lifter gears. It can be. On some, and not just the gears, but the drive shaft. Like, for instance, on Fords, you've got that tiny little hex drive shaft. It's like you could just take it and kind of just twist it, right? That you run into a problem with those. They will shear those. So, DD Speed Shop, brother man, that Roadrunner video was me. Thank you, brother. I see. I keep getting notifications about and I see you working on that satellite that you have, but I have not watched any of the videos because I've been busy. Like my brain's been occupied. I've been sick.
You're busy laying down trying to sleep.
I'm trying to survive. But I'm going to catch up on all of that stuff. Yeah, if any of you guys don't, you Mopar guys, right? DD Speed Shop. He's on there right now. He's doing a 68 satellite or 69 satellite. It's a satellite. So go check that out. The last I saw you were hanging a quarter panel on the car.
Did you get Ford big job?
I did not, but thank you so much.
$5, but only if you buy a Cordoba.
Oh.
I can't buy any more cars.
I can't buy any more cars.
We can sell some cars.
No, I love all my cars. I can't sell you my cars.
We were talking about selling some cars.
That was delusional. I wasn't in my right mind.
Remember we were talking about that like last week?
Oh.
Maybe we'll sell a car or two. Right? We might.
DD, no worries. Judge, you're a Mopar newbie. Bro, get my phone number from Peg. Peg has my phone number, right? Get my phone number from Peg. And anytime you have any question, just throw me a text, man, and I'll call you back. I'll walk you through whatever you need to walk through. I may have some stuff I can give you, parts. I don't know what I've got laying around here, but if you can use it, And only because of your girlfriend. I love her. She's such a sweetheart. But yeah, Didi, get my number from Peg. My following bed sheds Bugatti build. No. I've already got a fever. I'm already out there.
Yeah, it's also just in here. You can hear their nails clicking on the floor. They need to be cut.
Oh yeah, Didi, definitely we could talk about fucking hair. Definitely, man. Listen, don't ever let anybody tell you to cut your fucking hair. You know that is how your body tunes into the Schumann resonance, which is the natural frequency of the planet. The hair acts as an antenna. Makes you more intuitive.
I should cut my hair.
No, I'm serious. I'm
Well,
serious.
cutting my hair would be a help. Let's see. Hey, Tony. I have an issue. What connectors / terminals do some lights use? Mine crumbled in my hands when removing the dome light.
Well, what was that again?
I have an issue. What connectors / terminals
Right.
do some lights use? Mine crumbled in my hands when removing the dome light.
Jeez, I don't know.
Never cut your hair. Fast. Okay. Easy Going says, what do you think of 1963 Rambler Classic station wagons? I wanted
Love.
to ask before I get my hair cut.
Love. Absolute love. Yeah. If I come, see, when I come across stuff like that, like out in the wild, wherever I happen to be, I love that stuff, man. You know, old Ramblers and shit, old fucking wagons, you know. Yeah.
Google Sucks says, is it worth swapping out a 340 for 383 in an e-body?
No, you can flip a coin. They're both excellent motors. If you're going for ultimate performance, the 340 is a better shot because you got a better cylinder head to begin with and a better choice of cylinder heads. But if it's just basic stock kind of motor, cam intake headers, that type of thing, then it's just flip a coin. They're about equal.
A bald man's bald spot is a solar panel from knowledge.
Well, I got both. I got all of this shit over here and I got nothing up here. So yeah. I got both. Baby.
What?
Baby.
What?
I'm extra pathetic
Yeah,
now that I'm
yeah,
sick,
you
right?
are.
Can I get more coffee?
Yeah.
Can
Can you give me the question?
Yeah, could you throw a little extra sugar in it?
Yeah. More sugar?
Yeah, I need a little sweetness. I don't fucking care. Do I ever take off the hat? I generally no, because that would mean I would have to comb my hair. I don't have a ponytail holder, so if I take my hat off, my hair just goes all over the fucking place. So it's just easier to just throw a fucking hat on. 3-2 when can we expect the 68 Roadrunner, the G-Tech Pro Mode? You don't expect it. You're not going to see it because if I put the G-Tech on that car and it doesn't run what I think it's going to run in my head, I'm going to become obsessed and it's going to take me off path of everything else. If you ever do see a G-Tech on that car, it'll be after we've achieved all of the other goals that we've got with our current projects. What was this thing? 426 Hemi. Have you ever seen a Dale Armstrong 3-plug Hemi head? Remember Bernstein back in the 80s, wondering where the room in the head to get it in and out. I remember him working with the 3 mags. I don't know where he put, I don't, this is going back, way back when. No, I never actually saw one of the heads. I couldn't tell you where he put the 3rd plug. But I do remember when he was messing around with that. Oh, thank you, baby. And that was the NHR that stopped that. They were like, no, that's it. 2 plugs is enough. Yeah, he keeps asking that. I keep answering it. Yeah, we're cousins. He's my cousin.
Bastard $60 rack. It says, I'm thinking about upgrading my Rochester 2GC due to after we build still issues. Which would you go with, Edelbrock 500 or Quick Fuel Slayer 450?
I don't know what you're putting it on, and I don't know why you're having a problem.
We have a $60 rack.
The $60 rack.
I'm just taking that from his name.
So I'm imagining you got like a 283. I would put a 600 Edelbrock on there. That's probably your a small port intake manifold, right? Make sure it's a small port, dual plane intake manifold for that motor because it needs all the bottom end it can get, and the 600 Edelbrock to be fine.
There's a typing pool in the room next door. Sure sounds like it. No.
No, that's
The
my
dog's
dog's.
On the
Yeah,
floor.
we put a wood floor. Uncle Kathy put a wood floor in.
I put the wood floor down.
Yeah, I just said Uncle Kathy put the wood floor in. Because around the house, I'm useless. I'm completely useless, right? So she does stuff like puts floors, does walls, and like she builds chimneys, and please, she's nuts.
I am nuts. See.
We built a 2GC, we're still having bag and down issues. Then it's probably not the carburetor's fault. If you're getting good accelerator, shush. If your accelerator pump is working, you hit the throttle and you can see gas squirting in, then the carburetor is not your problem. You look at your distributor. Look at your overall timing. Make sure that your timing mark hasn't slipped on the damper, and that you're not timing it to you know. Cigarettes and NyQuil. That's the breakfast of champions. Yeah. I think I'm doing pretty good, right? I don't think
So far, you're doing pretty good. He's been really bad. Like the last few days, he's been really, really bad.
Chris, Mercury Cougar Eliminator or Mach 1? Mercury Cougar. Yeah, Uncle Kathy.
What?
You can read.
You'll just.
I'll sit back. Okay.
You relax.
I'm gonna relax.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find a question. Yeah. Okay. What's the biggest head I can put on a 318?
Well, the biggest head would be like an X head with a 202 intake. But I would throw just any. I mean, if you're gonna go, my first choice would be to port a 318 head. That'll give you the smaller combustion chamber. If you're concerned about valve size, you can put 188, the 188 and 160 intakes in a stock 318 head. They'll fit, no problem. Bigger head, you can go with the 188, 360, 340, 360 head. I wouldn't go with a big valve, a 202 valve head.
Kurt Wilson says you're doing great, Tom.
Thank you, man. That's the approval I needed. And I'm serious about that.
Why did you move from the kitchen? I don't know. Why did you move from the kitchen?
I don't know. When we started this stuff, we did everything from this room. I think we just need to get away from this room for a while.
Yeah, well, because I was redoing the room, so I pulled it apart. Like the desk isn't even where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the blinds aren't up, and
yeah.
Yeah, we have stuff to do in this room to like.
We used to do a podcast from here. See, there's the mixing board for the podcast and all of that.
What's up, Jimmy G? Yeah, but I'll put this room back together maybe this week if I'm feeling well. And I'm getting sick. Let's see. Get me out of California.
Only you can get yourself out of California. It may be too late for a lot of you guys.
Did you say hi to Jimmy G?
Hi, Jimmy G. What's going on, brother man?
Let's see. The dog wants a cigarette. No. My dad got me hooked on UTG, Jacob Tubb says. Very cool.
Wait, this is Chris Greenaway, man. He's talking to Gonzo.
I'm going to be broke most of my life.
Why do you say stuff like that?
Don't say that.
Chris Greenaway. If you tell yourself that you're going to be broke for the rest of your life, guess what? You will absolutely, your subconscious mind will find ways to make you broke for the rest of your life. That's no fucking lie, man. Don't ever say stuff like that about yourself, because your subconscious mind will fulfill that, that order. Never talk in those terms. Always think in positive terms, and your subconscious mind will find the ways to make it happen.
Let's see. I totally agree with that line of thinking. Yeah.
You don't have to agree, man. It's a fact. It's just the absolute truth. That is how the subconscious mind works. If you say you can't do something, absolutely guaranteed, your subconscious mind will find every way possible to keep you from doing that thing.
Denver Slusher says he's trying to find a sunroof for a 74 Swinger. Where'd you find that?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Thresh Winnow, he's right. It's called writing on the slate of your life. Your internal dialogue repeats 3,000 times per second. Yeah, that's true.
Lisa Ortiz says, hi UT, did Chrysler install any 402 barrel gas crank engines in the late 71 model year automobiles?
Oh, I don't believe so. It's possible. It's possible, but I don't think so.
No Mitch says, someone on Facebook asked what happened to White Punk on Night Show the other day.
He was shot and killed in a bar in Queens. Tony, do you have the COVID? No, just a cold. COVID 39. Yeah, it's the new one.
There's a guy behind you mocking you. This guy? My dad always said I can't, never did nothing. Douglas says, I always thought it was money that stopped people from doing something. Stay safe and remain healthy from Virginia, Canada.
Well, if you say that money stops you from doing things, then you'll never be able to do it.
I've done things with zero money.
We've done, listen.
My whole life, really, I've done things with zero money.
We shouldn't be doing car stuff. We should not be doing car videos. Because okay, so I got thrown in school at 16. I've had like 4 days off, right, since then, okay? We've been in so many different businesses. No visible means of income, no credit, no help from anybody. Actually, people always working against us. And we've been in and out of countless businesses. We never went out of business where we were like, oh, it's, we can't go any further, we're broke. We've always quit our businesses when we're like, we don't feel like doing this anymore. Well. Right. Yeah, we get out of business, we'll open a business, we'll run it for a year or two.
But not working well.
Yeah, and when it doesn't work well, we just pull the plug. It's like, okay, done, and then you move on to the next thing. So we've never ever like gone bankrupt or anything like that. So it's like, we should not be doing car videos. We should be doing videos telling people how do you open an art gallery with zero money? How do you open a coffee house with zero money? How do you open a repair shop with zero money? How do you buy a house with zero money? How do you buy cars with zero money? We've done it. We've been doing it our whole lives.
Yeah, when I started painting, I barely had any paints, and I would figure out how to mix whatever colors I needed to mix to make it work. Yeah, you use what you have. Let's see. You just explained my whole life right there. You can't tell yourself that you don't have enough. With whatever you're doing, you have enough to do the job. You just might have to work a little harder to make that stuff work.
Yep.
But don't tell yourself you don't have enough.
You'll always find a way.
Yeah.
You'll always find a way.
Uncle Tony's game of life.
Well, no exaggeration. Okay, so let's, because we started the discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's name all of the businesses.
This is my forte.
Let's name all of the businesses that we've opened.
My first business was when I was 14.
No, I'm talking about like adult businesses.
That was an adult business.
What were you doing?
I was making lollipops and selling them at convenience stores and gas stations.
Yeah, then we did the potpourri thing, and we were selling that.
Potpourri air fresheners for
Right,
cars.
and we were selling that.
Right.
We had.
Mr. Bandit sent me $5.
Thank you.
The tiny video really made my car jump off the line.
It works, right? See? We've had. Oh God, you're at the painting business.
I had my own business.
I've had at least
art and murals and.
Right. So you had
for like 20 years. That's what I did.
Yeah.
With like no money.
Yeah, she was an artist.
Some paintbrushes.
Yeah. And then we had an art gallery, right?
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't open an art
Don't
gallery.
open art gallery.
But we had one,
Yeah.
right? Then
I had to try it.
there were coffee houses. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 coffee houses.
Not a good business.
Not a good business.
Yeah, you can't
Well,
compete.
it started out as a good business, but what happened was Facebook, social networking online took the place of light social networking that you would used to get like in a coffee house type of thing. So not a good business anymore.
You had an adult business? No, not an adult business, like being a grown up. I said I started my first business when I was 14.
And how many shops? I had the shop I had when I met you,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I had, well, before that, I had the one with Louis Scum.
Yeah.
Then I had the one when I met you.
Yeah.
Then I had the one on Richmond Terrace.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had the one with your father.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I had the one on Amboy Road behind the lumberyard.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had the one that we moved here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had the one that I missed, the one that I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
7. I know I'm forgetting at least one. Then we had Mid-South Mall Bars.
Right.
7. I've had 7 shops. I've opened and closed 7 shops. At least. I know I'm missing 1 or 2 of them.
Plus then working from the house.
Yeah. And then we started this. This is a business. And we started this with 0 money and just us. And no experience at all.
I started out selling seed packets to farmers, good old days. Cheaper Mustang Mike says I was born a poor dark child. What? All about goals. Mine is now making it to Carlisle with both mountains.
DD Speed Shop. What's more addictive, cigarettes or clapped out hot rods? They go hand in hand, man. They go hand in hand. Although I don't think about cigarettes. Cigarettes are a
We
reflex.
didn't count the selling parts.
Oh yeah, the parts business. Oh, we've had so many. Please,
Yeah.
little things in between. We've had at least 15 businesses between us.
Do we work now? Yes.
Yeah, we work 7 days a week. What do you call this?
Yeah.
This is what we do.
It was from the movie The Jerk. Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. I was born a poor black child. Right. Jason, is YouTube your favorite business? I gotta tell you, it's good. I had a shop for a couple of years, right around the block from where we are right now, actually. And I was so happy in my zone in that particular shop that I think, looking back, that I think was my favorite thing.
Which one?
The one that I gave up
Okay.
to do, because
Yeah, okay.
I was, for the time I was in there, like that 2 years I was in there, we started the parts business and I had the repair thing going. I was like so completely in my zone.
You're happy when you have a shop and you're just
Yeah.
working by yourself.
Yeah. But I mean, you can't beat YouTube. YouTube is great for us.
You could do another shop, but I don't know. But you're a national treasure and the world knows it because of YouTube.
I remember in between doing all that, I did magazines. I was a professional writer for how many years? 1985 through like 1990. It was like all I did was fucking wrote magazines. And then later on in the middle 90s, towards the end of the century, I took a couple of years off and I got back into it. So in between that, I had a professional thing as a magazine writer.
DD Skate Shop says YouTube is a grind. You guys absolutely kill it. It can be a grind.
It's hard,
There's
but I
no
mean,
break. There's
like,
no break.
you're doing better than we are.
Yeah.
I watch your views. You
We
know,
have ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Sometimes like we'll start to be like, okay, we're getting really tired. We're running out of
Yeah.
ideas. Let's kind of like just take it easy for a little bit. And then like we'll get the energy back and ideas will start coming again. But it's hard because you can't
Yeah.
stop. You're always
you can't,
Working.
right.
for over 2 years now, every day, it's like, okay, we have to make a video. We gotta make a video. We gotta make a video.
But seriously, I watch your channel. I watch your views and stuff, and you get better views than we do. You're doing great, man. Just keep at it. You, out of all the people that like the upstarts, they're just getting going over the last year or so. You're the one I would think has like Vice Grip has nailed it. He's got it. I mean, he owns our niche. You know what I'm saying? And you're about the only channel I can see that has the potential to challenge Vice Grip's position there. Not that it's a battle or a competition or anything like that, but this is, I mean, it's what it is. We're all doing this, and we all see what the other guy is doing. Then I see your channel as having the most potential to achieve the zone that Vice Grip has achieved.
Joe Mober's channel too. And then great some transmission videos.
Yeah, John has a lot of potential.
What are we gonna do when they only sell e-autos and we're outcasts?
It's not going to happen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. He's killing it. God bless him.
Who?
Vice Grip.
Oh yeah. He's
He-
doing really well.
The thing of it, here's
He
what
has a much broader personality than you do.
yeah, you see, I could never do what Vice Grip does. I know that I can't get there. And I'm happy where we are.
Like you.
Yeah. But what I respect about Vice Grip is that he created a fucking niche for himself, and he mastered the niche. Like he created a world, okay, with its own language and its own what's what I'm looking for. Its own language and its own like traditions.
Mm-hmm.
He created this like world for himself, and sold it, and it works. And it's amazing. The rest of us are all kind of like, I don't want to say flying blind, but it's like I wake up in the morning like, oh shit, we got to do a video today. What are we going to do? But I think that he's
Not
actually,
all the time. Not all the time.
well, for the most part.
A lot of times you know what he is.
But I think he's worked it out. I think he's actually planned what he's, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But I don't think he does as much technical stuff, right?
He does a different type of technical stuff, right?
Stuff. Yeah. I think his technical stuff has a broader range than what.
It's more relatable.
Yeah.
It's more
much
relatable.
He created Hello and Entertainment.
He did it. Whatever he did, by whatever means, by whatever, you know what I mean? Or whether you like what he does or you don't like what he does. If you're in the YouTube game, you know what I mean? That guy is amazing. He's really achieved something. Because when we started, he was at it, you know what I mean? And it was like we were looking at like his channel, and like he had like, I want to say he had like 30,000 subs.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we can reach this. You know what I mean? Like this is one of the goals that we want to attain, right? But in that time, we've gone from from 0 to 170,000, and in that time, he's gone from 30,000 to 500,000. So I was like, wow, like this guy's really pacing, And then you go to the next level, which is like the Cletuses and the Donut Media and all of that. And they have that's a whole nother universe.
Postal says I took his advice, relaxed, and had fun doing our last video. Derek is a great guy. See, you don't relax. You're not a relaxed person like that.
I'm not a relaxed person.
No.
No, when I'm on it, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying?
And that can be off-putting if it comes across on video. But you get extremely enthusiastic about stuff, which is good for your personality type.
I do.
But you're not a relaxed kind of let's just mellow out.
Well, Derek
person.
has a Vice Grip has a relaxed vibe that most people relate to.
Right.
Like,
right.
Okay, see, that's the thing. Most people are hobbyists, right? And you're a hobbyist. He's a hobbyist. I'm not a hobbyist. This is more like a religion for me. So it's like I have this level of intensity about what I do that is alienating to most people who are just hobbyists. Does that make any sense? So I know that I have a ceiling, and I can make really good money in that ceiling that I have. But channels like Vice Grip and yours, man, you can go far. You can go really far.
Steel Horse Autoworks sent you $6.90. He says, love your channel. I watched every live stream. I'm here to plug in new stuff. Steel Horse Autoworks on Instagram and YouTube. Keep being awesome.
Awesome.
Steel Horse Autoworks.
So tell Steel Horse, tell people what you do. You know, I mean, specifically, give people a reason to go to your channel and check it out.
People check out that channel.
Yeah.
Steel Horse Autoworks. Tony has a remote feature. You're much more relaxed than your earlier videos. Yeah, that was crazy, the early videos.
Oh, well, okay, delivery is one thing, right? Yeah, I was very tense when we first started making videos. But I'm talking about the way I approach things, you know what I mean? Like with the, you know, does it make any sense?
Very straight to the point, you know, with stuff. There's no like banter, really.
Charles Manson is asking if when electric cars become more commonplace in junkyards, would you ever consider grabbing a couple of motors to do an EV conversion? I have thought about. I was thinking about that long before then EVs became a thing. I have nothing against EVs. I don't like them being jammed down people's throats. I don't like the over complication that's come along with the EV thing. But I look at EVs the way, let's say, Garlis looks at EVs. You know, it's just another way to power a car. And, you know, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Mopar 10 cent, $9.99. Thank you, Mopar 10. He says, I wear my UTG swag hat shirt stickers with an elevated level of.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Tony comes across as a know-it-all. I guess people can think that.
And please feel free to think that.
Let's see. Turbo content would bring in the subs. Would it?
It actually would,
yeah.
But I don't want to deal with turbos. You see what I'm saying? I'm just not a turbo guy.
It's a New York thing. It is a New York thing. You can't get rid of that.
No, it's a wiring thing.
It's a wiring thing, but plus it's a New York thing. We've toned it down a lot since we moved to Tennessee. We were more intense than this. Like really, seriously. Let's see.
When I was with Lagana, and I had to get some parts from we needed some nozzles, whatever it was that we needed.
I think it also has to do with running nitro thing. Because like you have to be like
well, the nitro thing fit my personality.
Very serious and like pay attention to everything that you do. And
we were at a race someplace, and whatever we needed.
Everything was a life or death situation.
Yeah, but we said it was a thing.
Still how kind of you approach things.
We were taking junk cars with
right.
junk parts, and I was putting people that I actually cared about and cinching their belts and pointing them at the fucking. And right. It's like there's a high level of fucking.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, am I going to kill my friend on this pass or maybe the next pass? So it's like, yeah, you've always had that going on in your head too.
Coastal Auto Reaction sent $20.99 Canadian.
Oh, you don't have to do that, brother, man.
Do not sell yourself short, Tony. You also spread the word about other channels and are just a solid guy. Community, not competition. Save that for the drag strip.
Oh, believe me, I keep telling you, people, use my forum to promote your channels. I'm all about that. You know, a rising tide raises all boats. I don't consider you guys competition. We're doing different things. Yeah. We're doing it in the same, you know, arena, but my content, it doesn't even resemble your content. We're all doing different stuff. So if you can use my forum to build yourself up, then by all means, do it.
Steel Horse Auto Works sent another $5. There's not much on YouTube, mostly Instagram right now. Going to be mostly C10 LS how-to stuff. Simple, no ego stuff. Some on the 83 F250 diesel soon.
Nice.
Who knows?
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
And Isaiah Osborne sent $5. Says I just turned 17 and I love watching your videos, especially the car ones in particular. Keep doing what you're doing because you've inspired me tons. Awesome. That's awesome, Isaiah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Tony has to eat too. I eat a lot.
Let's see. Start a series. Let's try and break it. Russell Finch says. Let's try and break it.
That's called neutral drop.
Right.
Which is another, I like those guys. I relate to them. That's where I come from. I grew up surrounded by neutral drop guys. Not those exactly.
You were that.
I was that. Yeah, I was that.
Broke everything. All the time. So he changed to the 350 Chevy channel and get 10 million subscribers.
I don't want 10 million subscribers. The same reason that we don't promote these live feeds. I don't want 4,000 people on a live feed. Like if we put out notifications 2-3 days in advance, we would have a big crowd on the live feeds. But then I couldn't do this. We can't just sit and casually because what I notice is, and I'm not knocking anybody else's live feeds by any stretch of imagination. What I notice is the live feeds that have big counts, they're never really talking to the people. They're talking about things, but they're not really. There's no give and take. There's no back and forth. Very little back and forth. I like it like this, where it doesn't move so fast that we can't. You know what I mean?
Answer people's questions.
Right. And I've seen some live feeds where people are completely ignored. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, that's not the reason to do a live feed. The reason to do a live feed is because you want to connect with your people.
Anthony Prentice says, what camera and software do you guys use? I want to start my own channel, but in case it doesn't catch on, I don't want to get too invested.
Forget about what we use. She'll show you what we use.
Yeah.
Just use your phone.
Start with your phone.
Start with your phone. We started this channel with a crappy old phone. We did our first.
Old videos.
Yeah, we did our first 100 videos. We were doing this full time.
You can hear me breathing.
No, seriously, we were doing this full time and making a really good living using just the phone. So yeah, start with that. Don't invest in anything. Content, and frequency. Put it out. If you could do a video every day.
Talk to people.
Yeah, talk to people.
Comment.
Yeah, if you can do a video every day, do a video every day. If you get every other day, but yeah, don't worry about quality of it. Nobody really gives a fuck. They're
It doesn't matter. It helps when we get this camera.
It helps.
If you want to get, this is not expensive.
You talk about getting started.
Yeah, this is Canon EOS M50. It's got a mic on it that costs like $60. It's a Rode Micro mic, and that's it. And software, we use
Premiere Pro.
Adobe Premiere Pro. This one, it costs I think it's like $30 a month for the suite, for Adobe Suite, and that's it.
But yeah, you don't need any of that.
It's not a big setup.
You don't need any of that.
It helps though.
To get started, once you're going, once you got you're committed to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you've got an audience.
6 months went by before we bought stuff.
Well, it was longer than that.
No, it was about 6 months. Because I was like, we need a camera. The sound was bad. It's hard to hear you. Wind problems. It depends on how you're filming too. If you're filming inside, like with a table, then it's different.
Yeah.
But that camera is only around, I think it's around 550, 600. So it's not that much compared to a lot of other cameras. Definitely worth the money.
Just to give you an idea, right? The first 2 months, 3 months that we did this, it was about getting monetized. It took forever to get to that 1,000.
Because you're making 1 minute videos.
Yeah. But we did it, just the same. No, if that's what it takes, then that's what you do. Maybe he works better in a long form, right? It took us 3 months or so to get to where we were monetized, okay? Then the first month that we were monetized, we made like, what, $60?
$60.
We made like $60.
We paid the water bill.
We were thrilled. It was like, oh my God, we actually got paid for making videos. Holy shit, right? The month after that, we made $10,000. We had the viral video.
No, it wasn't the next month.
Yeah, it was the next month. April.
No, March we got $60.
Yeah.
And the next month was something more than that. I don't remember how much it was. And then March, April, and then May was like the 10,000.
Yeah. So that's
that happened.
It happened. I mean, you know, and you can do it too. We did nothing that you can't do yourself. You know, the video that put us on the map, honestly, it was like no bullshit, okay? Right? No specialized skills. It didn't, you know, like in other words, I wasn't pulling like, you know, crazy things out of my asses, like, oh, here's a trick to do this, and here's a trick to do that. No. The video that we did was that tag job video where I went to look at a car for a friend of ours. And it got it got like 2 million views in the first week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's got like 5 million, almost 5 million views now. But yeah, that's how it works. That's how the YouTube game works.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. We totally were not ready for that. That was like freaky.
But rose to the occasion.
Yeah, but it was like really unexpected. I was just expecting to, you know, progress really, really slowly, and then that happened, and I was like, oh shit. Sarah says, Kathy, found a new channel, Dust or Bust.
Dust or bust.
Where's Uncle Crystal at? She's home. I was watching UTG before they got big. Jason's here. Are we big? I don't think we're really
We're not big.
We're not big. We're not big. The UTG best video was when you tried to quit smoking. Yeah,
We don't do any videos like that anymore. We used to have a lot of fun with stuff. Yeah. I think we've gotten to the point where we take things a little bit too seriously. The best one
It's
we
fun
did.
when nobody's watching you, to be honest.
Yeah, we've done a couple of videos that we did just for ourselves. You know what I mean? And
Those are fun.
yeah, they're fun. The 101st video spectacular was.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever seen that.
Mine too. If you guys want to know like what our favorite video that we did was, go check out the 101st video spectacular. That was great. And how to do a bitch and burnout was another good one too.
Uncle Tony, I remember watching you in mechanics shop class because the teacher couldn't teach.
Who said that?
Chris Greenman.
Chris, did you go to Wagner High School? Because what happened was Jake, the teacher at the time, he would go get high and I would teach the class.
The teacher would go get high?
Yeah. Jake would go get high and I would teach the class while I was 15, I think. I don't even remember.
Jason says I still like the podcast with the exploding basement. Yeah, that's funny. Chicken burnout was your best work. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I like doing those videos. Let's see. Edwards Garage 74 says, I think I have 6 subscribers. Keep going.
Keep going.
We really didn't think we were going to get subscribers.
Oh, well, we started doing a podcast.
Oh, people stop being our friends.
Oh, please.
Nobody would talk to us. I think they were embarrassed for us.
Yeah, we started doing a podcast, man.
They don't want to say anything.
That was dismal. Those are bleak days, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why we avoided this room for so long.
Yeah. And podcasts are harder than video, for sure. A lot more editing, a lot harder. Yeah, we'll come back to this room. The Cold Start and Island Misfit Mopars was great.
Queen DD would still be my friend. That's awesome. I wish you were in like 700 miles closer. I would hug you so hard. You're such a sweetheart.
Still be your friend, what? Oh, because of our bad podcast. Let's see.
What class did I get to teach? Auto shop. We gotta remember something. I was 14, 15, okay? It was before I got thrown out of school. But I was making money fixing my teachers' cars. And selling weed. But I was making money fixing teachers' cars. They'd bring them to the auto shop, they get the tires rotated, and then while they were in it, I say, hey, this is leaking, front seal, whatever it is. And we'd sell them a job. And then after school, we'd change whatever it happened to be, and we were making money like that.
BW's Garage sent $5. Building a 55 gas farmer channel, making new friends on YouTube along the way is a bonus. Enjoy your content.
Excellent. Good luck with your build and your channel.
BW's Garage. Go check that out. Let's see. My school didn't have auto shop, but we did have Future Farmers in America. That's cool.
Zip ties. I should try Danny's dildo pickle bread. Oh man, what was that? Did we give those pickle, the
Yeah.
Kool-Aid pickles?
We have them. We have them. What's up, Zip
Oh
ties?
God, I think my fever actually has gone up.
Can Roadrunner Ralph come play on a Sunday Night Live? We should bring him up.
He's shy, man. I keep telling him. I keep trying to talk him into doing a channel, or and he's like, no, I got so many things going on, man. I can't do it. And it's like, no, you got to do it. People will love you, And he's got such a perfect personality for the shit, and he just won't. He won't do it.
Professor Ginn sent you $10.
Thank you, Professor. Is that Ginsburg?
Just waiting to see your new drag car. Did you ever make those bottle rocket can koozies? No.
No.
Mm-mm. Hey, Tony, don't die. They'll be fine.
Gins, what's going on, man? I thank you for the time. You shouldn't have sent money, man. But thank you. You rock, man.
Big Brother says, since you're an influencer, you should join the NWO. No. I think a big key to UTG success is you guys are so in touch with your viewers. I feel like I know Uncle Tony and your videos actually excited people. Every time I get a notification from you guys. That's really cool, Rooster.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Kids, do you do a channel? What kind of stuff do you do on your channel? Do you still have a fuel car?
He said, love your show. Yes, Ginsburg.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What fuel car?
Yeah, a dragster. Zip ties. Any trailer homes around here for sale? Sir? Bro, come on down. Seriously, I'll find you something.
That's the forge today.
Come on down. Get yourself out of Kanadistan. Come down here, man. Uncle Crystal is in real estate. She'll hook you up, right? Cheap.
Professor Ginn says, I build e-bikes these days to go into the fuel racing.
You know what though? We'll all end up, because here's the thing, right? Once you've gone fuel, once you've gone to the mountain, okay, nothing else will cut it. So we'll all eventually head back to the mountain. Just be patient. We'll get there, right? But what's happening right now is all of the big tracks, all of the big operations, all this shit, all on its way out. NHRA is gone. Atlanta is gone. All of these bigger tracks, Englishtown is gone. All these bigger tracks are going to go away. The NHRA is going to go away. All of the fucking high dollar bullshit is going to go away. And you know what's going to be left? A bunch of us, right? With some nitro and like an airstrip or a fucking back road or something. And we're going to go run these fucking cars. So, just hang tight. Give it another couple of years and it'll be safe for all of us nitro heads to come out of the fucking woodwork. And we're going to have some fun.
Frank Guido says, Uncle Tony just built a 64 slant 225. Have an oil leak around front of pan, can't seem to get it to stop. Try different gaskets and got a different pan, no luck. Any suggestions?
No, I mean, you got those triangular chunks at the front of the pan. Did you put silicone down between that triangle piece and the block? Because I always do that. I put a dab of silicone in there and then right away drop the pan on it. Do you have a timing? Do you have an oil slinger on the front? The oil slinger that goes on between the timing gear and the cover. I can't really think. I can't really think.
Professor Ginn says electric is the power of the future. I'm ready for it. Mom and pop tracks will start up again, Daniel C says.
Yeah, two chassis cars are gone. The days of dragsters and funny cars and alters are all gone. It's all going to be door cars, But we're all eventually going to go out and build nitro door cars. It's a given. It's just going to happen. Just be patient. Just be patient.
One of my friends is from India, and he went to college for engineering in India, and they taught him blacksmithing. Let's see. We will build electric dragsters faster than fuel cars. Only problem is making noise, Professor King says.
That's true.
Any tips on how to win street races other than building your cars at Potus? Timeout says.
Always look for cars. Look for cars that deliberately look like they're fast, because generally those guys don't know what they're doing.
There are a lot of people in the chat. What happened with the Slant 6 Turbo? Those oddballs are my favorites.
I have not heard from Jim. He was supposed to put a turbo on the thing and then send it back to me, and I haven't heard from him. I got to get a hold of him.
Everybody's been working, just trying to keep their heads above water.
Do I like steam locomotives? Immensely.
Tony loves those. Just wait until all the accident fires from electric car crashes.
I'm fairly certain in a previous life I was a railroad mechanic.
Thinking of buying a Tata Nexon? I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Martin Adams says I run and build steam.
Nice.
Steam is awesome, Paul says. Steve says love locomotives.
Tofu Longhurst. Tofu.
Martin Adams has been making patterns in the casting. Hey, a handful of Vicks Vapor Rub and put what? I'm fine. Professor Gann says, I wish I was close to you, but the truth is I love California and don't plan on leaving. Snow is why I moved from New York out here in 1984.
Yeah, but man, there's just, California is so detached from the rest of the country.
Zip tie says, hey, Uncle Tony, I'm building that hillbilly nitrous rigging for adding holes in blocks around here. Can a feller use propane for extra fuel to add with the nitrous?
Bro, go for map gas. Forget propane, map gas.
Any more pics of your altered Bantam? That must have been one hell of an experience. I do have the film from it. It's on disc.
It's on
I put
disc?
it on the computer once. I just don't know where it is. It's on disc.
She'll find it.
Yeah, I'll find it from when you ran it. I have it. It's someplace. Let's see. Even Tony is going Ricer. Are you going Ricer, Tony?
Well, the Miata, yeah. Because I want to try autocross. It's something that I tried once in one of my Roadrunners, and it was a miserable failure. But I would like to try that. And I like the Miata. I like the idea of the Miata. I like the look of the Miata. I like the feel of the Miata. And that's the vehicle to do autocross with. So I'm going to build an autocross Miata.
Anthony Prentice has always wanted to build a steam-powered go-kart. We should just do steam. They can't complain about that, right? Can they?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Coal?
Well, you don't have to use coal. There's lots of different ways you can heat.
Okay.
But it's external combustion instead of internal combustion. But either way, you're combusting.
Don't combust.
You're right.
Anybody? No combusting. Let's see. Tony's gonna trade the blue Roadrunner for one of those flashy Fast and Furious cars.
No, not a chance.
I reside in Cali, love it and hate it. So many new people that has changed dramatically. I do, my new daily is an '07 Henny Ram. Yay, I'm returning my very rusty but trusty 99 Durango.
BMWs are faster than the Miata and cheap as hell right now. 300 horsepower costs around $1,000. Yeah, but in the end, at the end of the day, you're dealing with a BMW, so it's going to be a bottomless money pit. The Miata is like common as dirt. Everything you need is like at any auto parts store, anytime you want it, and cheap. So I want something I could step on and not worry about having to feed it parts.
Google says electric cars are external combustion.
Well, that's true. No matter how you look at it, something has to combust somewhere to get the energy to move. You maybe like it's like internal combustion engine is no degrees of separation from combustion, right? The electric, steam is 2 degrees of separation from combustion. Electric is 3 degrees of separation from combustion. But no matter how you follow it, the chain always ends up at combustion. Something has to burn somewhere. There was a steam-powered car in 16 and 69. Did not qualify. The problem with the steam-powered car was that there was no engine braking. I remember looking into that. And Andy Granatelli had the same problem with the turbine car. The thing with those cars was that they didn't have brakes at the time that could handle the complete lack of engine braking. So when drivers would fucking come off the accelerator to head into the turn on the turbine cars and a steam car, they have to be on the brake. Whereas drivers that run piston engines could just back off and it would scrub off the speed and they could head into the turn. So the problem wasn't that we didn't go fast enough. The problem was that they didn't have brakes in the day that could handle that.
Professor Gannon says electric cars can get their power from burning of the sun.
Still combustion.
Did you kill Buff? No, Buff.
No,
Buff got a job and he had to go out of town.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. He says in March.
I'd rather get my steak raw. I mean, like just scare it. Just show it to the fire and then give it to me.
No, Buff didn't get arrested for storming the Capitol. No, he went and got a job out of town. So he'll be back soon. No one snuffed Buff. He's fine. But the sun causes global warming. Okay, he's in Maryland. Yes, right. He is in Maryland. I feel like I'm looking into my future.
Yes, Danny. Yeah.
If Dan stays with the Mopars, but I ain't mad at it.
That wasn't bad,
No.
Great. See?
He's good.
No, I put her through hell.
He doesn't.
I have.
Yeah, this is your future. Let's see. That's funny. Does nuclear power count as combustion? It's more or less steam.
But there's still fusion going on, right? Which is another form of combustion. Fission. There's fission going on.
Buck is deep undercover working for Duluth Trading Company.
That's right. He's trying to weed out the commies in Duluth. But don't say that too loud.
Oh, no. Tony. Oh, man. All right. Ellie the Richard kid says, I'm having engine hesitation on heavy acceleration with my Edelbrock 1406 on my 360. Could it be the jetting or the accelerator pump? I'm getting 18 pounds of vacuum on idle.
Probably accelerator pump. Move. You got 3 holes. Move to the on the accelerator pump arm with the linkage goes to it. Move it to the outboard hole and see if that fixes it any.
Commander 602 says, Tony, 77 Dodge Colt, motor won't turn, solid frame, no rust, no bondo, guy wants $1,000, buy or pass.
I'd grab it. I'd grab it.
Did you get parts with it?
Yeah, those cars, they have a niche following. For $1,000, if the body's clean, I would grab it.
Need some mini bike action.
Nuclear power is not combustion. It's a chain reaction. No, nuclear power is steam. The power for the steam comes from the reaction of the fissionable materials. No, it's heat.
Vote for president. Fix the sound, please. Uncle Kathy sits a mile from the mic. Yikes. I'm right here. I can yell louder. I can talk louder. Let's see. And this room echoes a lot because there's no carpet on the floor, so I don't want to talk too loud. I need to find a new co-host, maybe Greta Thunberg. Hey, James. Thank you, Gismo Joe. Echo makes a good weed eater. Dickie hears me fine. Let's see. You need some foam on the walls. No, there's just really not any furniture in here right now because everything got moved out. They use a nuclear reactor to heat water into steam.
Right.
How dare you? Is that right? Is that what I should say?
Yeah, that's right.
How dare you?
How dare I what?
Use a nuclear reactor to heat water into steam.
Oh.
Right?
No,
How dare you? Oh. Like I'm being Greta.
I think my fever. Oh, you're being Greta.
Yeah.
I thought my fever must have gone. Oh, okay.
You're talking about things that she wouldn't like. See, will Plan Z be faster than Bottle Rocket naturally aspirated?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You've stolen my dreams.
Oh, well, I'm holding them for ransom. Send me cash. I'll give them back.
You've stolen my childhood.
Oh, they're doing Greta.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Plenty of people got combusted at Chernobyl. They sure did. James Morris says, Tony, thanks for all your Mopar knowledge. It's gold.
John Wilburn's uncle wants to race me with the yellow Challenger. Yeah, we could do that. What does he want to race? What does he want to race? Pick a car.
Let's see. Tony, you need to be rocking an old Honda ATC.
Like a three-wheeler? I've already got Sportster knee. I don't need any more like damage like that.
Zip Size names one of his trucks after Greta.
I'm waiting for the name of the truck after me.
Yeah. TMI was 3 Mile Island.
Sportster knee. Don't laugh. It's a real thing.
Cormac says, I was in the Navy. They used to use boilers running on JP5 to heat water to steam. Now they use a nuclear to do the job of the boiler. Okay. I don't know these things. Sports journey. Laugh out loud. My street legal Cordova has KYB shops, ADCO front/rear sway bars, firm feel top A-arms with more caster, heavy power steer. I can't get to corner like modern car. Contortion bars being made to corner.
You're asking the wrong guy. You're absolutely asking the wrong guy.
I don't think you get a corner.
I mean, I know nothing about making these cars handle. I know about making them go in a straight line.
Give up on that.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's like Richard Ehrenberg did a whole bunch of things with making Mopars handle. You know, I'm not one of those guys. I have no idea. I wish I could give you answers.
What year was your Grand Prix?
It was like an 84, 84, 85.
Let's see. They were watching the Warriors movie. AOC said cars don't need engines if they only go downhill.
I've been saying the same thing for years. I don't know why they got to make roads that go uphill. Just keep making them all go downhill. Apparently the 70 Harry, the 70 solution is to take a couple of Quaaludes, then the suspension feels smooth as butter. Absolutely. What happened to lewd heads? Remember that?
Yeah. I think that's a little bit before my time. Joe Wilburn says he doesn't care, never made a pass from the drag strip in his life. He'll go to Buffalo Valley or Music City or wherever. He just wants to race the Challenger and race you.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to. Well, we're going to take the car to Buffalo as soon as they open, so.
Soylent Green is people.
To serve man. It's a cookbook.
How dare you? UT, have you ever rebuilt a Treadlevac master cylinder? Did I say that right?
I have not.
Okay. Or Treadlevac? Mm-hmm. We call it freewheeling. Okay, legal here in PA. Let's see. I can't wait to see what Tony is going to do with the Miata. What are you going to do with it?
Gins is saying he watched street races on TV for the first time in years last night. They've stepped up the game. I want to know why. Not a running nitro. Bingo, exactly.
What happened? What?
He says he watched the street races on TV for the first time in years last night. They've stepped up their game. I want to know why none are running nitro. Honestly, right? And I had a Dominator, right? I had a long conversation with him about a year and a half ago. I was talking about exactly that, right? Once these guys figure out how easy it is, how simple it is to make, let's say a 2,500, 3,000 horsepower nitro combination, they'll figure out all the other stuff, and especially the fact that you could tune it fat, so it'll work, it'll work with that limited traction environment. They build such complex things where if they have, let's say, a 1980, 1985 top fuel combination, drop it in one of those fucking cars, get the suspension right. The suspension is going to be tricky because it's different characteristics and what they're dealing with. And they'll forget all about nitrous, they'll forget all about turbochargers because there's just nothing easier than that. There's nothing easier than fucking nitro.
John Toznicki says Big Chief is running nitro.
How much nitro?
Mm-hmm. Dirty Nut says, does the, I'm not going to pronounce it.
Coriolis effect have anything to do with how fast the car launches? I don't think so.
It doesn't. Hey, Tony, what's going on with that nitro Hemi you're going to put in the Belvedere?
Not ready to do it. When I'm ready to do it, the world will know I'm ready to do it because I'm going to go berserk.
Thank you, Benjamin C. I appreciate that.
When the sickness returns, do you remember the sickness?
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
She'll
It
tell you.
wasn't good.
Right, yeah. It was
good.
crazy. When the nitro sickness returns,
I'd rather you didn't.
trust me, you guys will know it. No, I have to do it one more time before I'm dead.
I'll probably go live in the woods or something. You can do that again. What's up, Bono's Garage?
Do I hate E85 like a lot of old car guys do? No, I don't hate it at all. I wouldn't use it because it's not available everywhere all the time. So if I'm going to build something that runs off of gas, pump gas, I'm going to stick with literally pump gas. I'm going to tune around what's available. E85 isn't available all the time everywhere. So that's why I don't really pay much attention to it.
79 Aspen says, hey Tony, been a huge fan of yours since Cars Illustrated. Love everything you guys do. I'm the character known as J-Bo from Bad Tree Productions.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Thank you. John Henderson says, hey guys, I'm gonna do my first video in the morning. I want to show everyone some cool Mopar stuff that got burned this weekend. How do I get everyone to view it? Oh, how do you get everyone to view it?
Start by sharing it on some Mopar Facebook pages.
Yeah, that's the best place. Get other people to share it. That's the best way. You can have your own Facebook page. YouTube big names should build a few cars and call out Street Outlaws, Laugh Out Loud, Nitro Gang. Oh my goodness. What?
You see, what a lot of people don't understand. You talk about like. Okay, so like you look at these guys that are running like this whole Street Outlaws thing, and if you go back to like when I was doing the Nitro thing, and what people don't understand is that there is no room in your world for anything else than that, right? So it's like, well, why don't you build this car? Why don't you get this thing on? Because I have too many other things that are going on. I have too many other things that this channel, completing these other projects, people, I got my grandkids,
Right.
I have to think about the world, right? Outside of the narrow focus of a car, a race car, and getting that car. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not what you think it is. It's not as simple as you think it is. You can't just say, oh, I'll go run Nitro. Well, I'll go chase the Street Outlaws guys around the country. You ain't gonna do it. It's a life. It's a 1,000% life commitment. That has to be your sole focus. It has to be your only thing. So it's like, it'll get there. You know what I'm saying? It'll get there.
Does it have to?
Yeah.
No, I don't. We can avoid it. We can dodge that bullet again.
I don't want to.
I do. Let's see. We're gonna do 24 hours tonight?
No. Actually, we're gonna pull a plug pretty soon because I'm almost out of voice. One of those cars, if your 302 doesn't idle at 2,500 RPM, gas starts to overflow the carburetor.
Can I unfinished projects?
Plan
Z.
Plan Z. No, it sounds like you get too much fuel pressure. What's your regulator set at?
Can I finish? Think about doing a marathon? No marathons. Why don't you and John over and collaborate with both drag cars?
Oh, why don't we, John? I mean, we'll do. We're going to do many things down the road. I offered John to take Plan Z. I told him, let's get this car together, get it worked out, and here you take it, run the fucking thing. So I mean, he may take that up. He may take me up on that. I hope he does.
Bruce Colchin says, if you add 30 0/0 nitro to methanol, how much more timing would you have to add?
What was that now?
Here.
If you add 30 zeros or nitro to methanol, I don't know what. 30%, I think you said. 30%. Okay, what was the question? 30%, you do what?
Methanol, how much more timing would you have to add?
Okay, listen. There's an ugly zone, okay, of nitro, okay? Up to 10 or 15% fat on an alcohol combination works good, okay? You'll pick up a little bit of horsepower, okay? Over 75%, you tune it for nitro. You can keep it fat and keep it happy. That zone, 30%, 40%, 50%, can be very ugly, very ugly. I don't go there. Just either run alcohol and just tick a little nitro in there, like 10%, you'll be fine, 12%, 15%, or go all the way, start at 75%. That middle ground is like doom.
Alan Simmons is going to the salt mine. Good luck, Alan. Let's see. Professor Gann says nitro racing is all consuming. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. People don't understand.
All your money, all your time, all your thoughts. Nothing else exists.
Nothing else exists.
It's pretty shitty, actually.
Well, it's a zone, you know what I'm saying? It's a zone.
Right. Let's see.
But you know what? You know what you end up with?
What?
Better stories than anybody
Oh,
else.
yeah, good stories.
You get better stories than anybody else. And at the end of the day, what do you have left? You're on your fucking deathbed, right? You're fucking useless. You're on your way out. What do you have left? You got stories. So
James Morris wants to know, do you need a sidekick?
oh,
Do you need a sidekick?
are you local? I mean, I do need help here. Have I seen Rich Rebuilds? Yeah, I haven't seen that channel in a long time, but I did watch it for a while. I love that guy. He's fucking awesome. And he's like one of the best YouTubers out there. But I haven't seen it recently. I haven't seen it in the last year or two. Did I ever see Jet Cars Drag Race or whatever I think? I saw too many Jet Cars Drag Race. I mean, because whenever we ran mostly match races with the fuel cars. So yeah, there was always Jet Cars there, constantly. I used to light my cigarette off them.
Uncle Crystal is the sidekick. She is. The chicken is his sidekick. Did UCG and Lamb Chef have a falling out?
I guess you could call it that.
You can call it that. Can't wait to see the Plan Z time slip.
Neither can I. I'm really anxious to see what it's going to do.
So you ever replace a circulator pump on a boiler?
I have not.
John says, fair warning, I'm not editing anything you folks sent. License plates are public. I'm dropping the music from the clip. Oh, was he putting together a bunch of cars from viewers?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Thanks for your work, John Wilburn. Yeah, zero. You're right. That is a lot of work. I didn't even know he was doing that. Nitro Slant 6, Oscar Walton says.
It would actually be a very natural combination.
Isaac Pennerable, did I say that right? Says, Uncle Tony, please say hi.
Hi. Who am I saying hi to?
I don't know. Isaac?
Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How are you?
Let's see. You think gas is going to go up to $5 a gallon next year?
Very good possibility.
Yes, good job, John Wilburn. What are you losing it, Ari? What's the matter?
The better the suffer, the better the story. There's a lot of suffering involved. The bitch goddess Nitro does not get her fucking, once she gets her claws in your back.
Money.
It's not even the money. The money, because that's the thing, you start doing stuff and it's like, money means
really
nothing.
Oh, it costs a lot of money.
Can you use nitro, Anthony Perna, can you use nitro mixed with gas in a streetcar for more power? No. There is a blend of racing gas that is oxygenated that simulates what adding nitro to gasoline would do, but the two are not compatible. All you'll do is make a detonating pig.
What's up, Olive? Hope you're doing well. Let's see.
Oh, hi, Olive.
Kinsley's take back vehicle, 454 versus 440 for truck motor.
I flip a coin. They're both great truck motors.
Stop scratching the door. Don't scratch the door. I'll be right back. Can you read for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Stop it.
Let's see. On a stock 1973 83, any intake manifold suggestions for a stockish motor? Is the iron intake any good? I'm running it. The 73 83 manifold actually is good. The earlier ones, for the 67 and earlier, the low profile ones, no good. And in fact, I have one on my charger, one of those low profile manifolds on my charger, 67 charger, and it's terrible. It really kills the motor. But yeah, the 7383 intake manifold is fine to use. Right, if you take that 7383 intake manifold and you put it right next to an Edelbrock Performer, it is the same manifold. Chris Greenaway, Tony, I say I'll be poor because I'll be car rich, but cash poor. Nah, you want to be experience rich is what you want to be. Plain brown. Oh, no problem. My pleasure for, to help you if I can. Okay. Let's see. What's the best miles per gallon car you own? Probably her Swinger, the one we did for the daily driver build. That averages around 20. It actually gets pretty good gas mileage. And Mrs. Landy, that's a 170 sled 64 dart, and that averages 2022. Do I buff the paint on the green duster? No, I'm gonna let somebody who knows what they're doing do that. Do I hate HID headlights? I don't like the way they look on older cars. I don't hate them, but I don't. Just Mopar Joe, did I check out your channel? I did not. I'm sorry, I didn't. Street Fox 347. Is it okay to mix 110 leaded Cam 2 race cars with 93 octane to get around 100 octane? There's a formula to that. Google the formula. I mean, I don't know exactly what percentage to get that, but yes, absolutely you can. What do I think of the Isle of Man motorcycle races? That is awesome shit. Those guys are off the chain. Yeah, just amazing. Just amazing what they do.
You good?
Yeah.
You done?
Almost.
Almost.
Oh.
Mike Jesse says, do you recommend a certain tire for the drag strip for a street car?
No, I'm experimenting right now.
James Quinn says, info on squish band cylinder heads.
Any what? Squish band cylinder heads? I have no idea what that means.
Okay.
Oh, squish band, you're talking about quench? Yeah, Zero, that's right, man. Dangerous doesn't even cover it. Tony, have you seen those propane conversion kits for cars? If so, what do you think about them? I question. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've been around, industrial machinery that's run on propane. I mean, forever, but I don't know about LPG in cars. There's got to be a reason why it hasn't really been pursued, but I don't know what it is.
I thought you were a know-it-all.
Oh yeah, well I play a know-it-all on YouTube. Yeah.
You look sick.
I am sick.
You should probably wrap it up soon.
I will.
Let's see. No Isle of Man for 2021, I heard. Why?
Really?
Why? That doesn't even make sense. You can't ride a motorcycle with a helmet on?
John Wilburn, what do you want to drive? You drive anything I have, man. What do you want to drive?
What happened to the dart you bought? I think you said it was parked in front of a restaurant or something.
Oh, the 66. It's just sitting at the lot. I don't have any plans for it. I just like it because it's so original, you know. I'm gonna keep it that way. But I don't have any plans for it.
Danny Boyd says since he stopped drinking soda pop and substituting fruit juice, I stopped getting colds.
I don't drink soda pop.
Yeah, he doesn't drink soda pop. But you don't drink juice either.
No. I drink Tang, which is better than juice. It's like super juice.
Super juice?
Super
It's
juice.
not better than juice. He also drives Mrs. Landy. And my pit bull Jethro wants to ride and film. He was in my Carlisle video.
Yeah, next time you come up, take her for a ride.
But Maggie can't meet your pit bull. Unfortunately, our dogs don't like other dogs. Do you plan to use a lockup on the Plan Z?
No, TCI is actually building me a custom converter for that thing. So we're doing a video this week about that. I have to go to Memphis on Wednesday to pick it up.
Greg McDonald says, have you rubbed out the green paint job on the Duster yet?
I have not. I'm going to leave that to somebody who knows what they're doing.
You are?
Yeah.
That's
Or I may just repaint it. I may just scuff it and reshoot it. I don't know yet.
Are you freaking serious? It looks good. What are you talking about? Oh.
How big is the fleet now? 15 cars and trucks. And that's it. It's not going to get any bigger.
John says, my pit bull loves kids. He's a big baby. I'm sure, but Maggie doesn't like other dogs.
You see what Maggie does when you walk in the door. Can you imagine if you came in with a dog?
Absolutely insane. She can't be near other dogs. Like, we tried to take her to the dog park once, and that didn't work well, so she's not allowed there. She's really bad. Let's see. R.I.P. Shoestring at 0. You need some sleep, bro.
I do need sleep. I really haven't slept in a week.
Maggie is crazy, John. She's like really crazy.
Good night, Mopar Man.
Devin Hart says I run propane injection series on series
60 Detroits.
And it works really well.
But why hasn't it taken the place of standard fuels?
So
I don't know. I'm asking.
Big Red Channel 26, 34072 Demon, 46 RH Trans. Can you recommend a converter, possibly a manufacturer?
Maybe John Wilburn can jump in here and answer that for you, bro.
You need a time trip. Tracy says vitamins A, B12, C, D, zinc, and 4 growth a day. You'll feel great. It works.
Good night, Paul. Yeah, we're going to pull a plug in a few minutes, too.
Have I ever done any art paint on a car? No. It's totally different painting. I could do like, what's that stuff? I have all the books to do like the funny car paint, like the scallops, the custom paint. Like I know I could do that, but we don't have anything to do that on. Alex says I've been short on sleep too. Mostly because I got a circadian rhythm like a loose distributor. I want a car that will run on Giuliani's hair dye. That'd be good.
That would be really good.
Good night, Paul.
I don't need hair there. Why isn't my hair gray yet? My beard is gray, but my fucking hair
Your
is.
beard just started getting gray. That's new. Good night, Caleb. The Greasy Speed Shop says, feel better, brother. Get some Tang and some shut-eye. Good night. Good night.
Anything for Don? Yeah, probably. I was laid up this last Wednesday. There was no way I was going to be able to do a show on Wednesday. But yeah, hopefully this Wednesday we will.
Yeah, when did you get sick? You got sick
Like
on
Monday.
Tuesday. No?
Monday.
Monday?
Started Monday night, and then Tuesday I was like.
And Wednesday you were trash.
Yeah.
But today's Sunday and you're still not better. You're a little better than you were. Uncle Tony, why Plan Z? What happened to the other plan letters? I don't know.
Z, because the 6 cylinders make that Z sound, right? Buzz, right? That's why the Z.
Jesse Zankowski says, can I get better soon?
Thank you.
Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday you're gonna do anything with Dallas, right?
Yes. Yeah, Wednesday we do like a live tech thing over at Dallas's shop.
Sell the painting. Tony won't let me. I'd do it.
Which painting?
The painting inside.
You can't sell this, John's. I was expecting him to pull it off the wall when he was here the other day. That painting belongs to John Wilburn. I was amazed that he didn't just snatch it off the wall when he left.
Sirius says, see you Wednesday for sure. Have you seen Rich Rebuilds? He's putting Ellis.
Yeah, the question keeps coming up, yes.
Yeah. The smooth buzz of a straight 6 is often lost with a header, especially a split outlet header.
It's more of a scream than a buzz, but yeah.
John Robarn says, I'm playing chess with the painting. Are you? Uncle Tony is a liar. Let's get Kathy a 67 GTX. Why is Tony a liar? I've given up. I've given up on having a GTX.
Don't give up.
No,
Don't give up.
Tony, I'm giving up. I've given up. The pets tell a lot about their owners. What? Because ours are crazy?
What do they tell about me?
They're crazy. They're trying to get in. They're trying to bust through the door. Ralph Nader was a lawyer.
Ralph Nader.
You give great information. Can't wait for you to get back.
Oh, I'm here.
You're here. Can't spell Nader without nerd. So you said no more cars. 67 GTX for Kathy is one more car. Yeah. He had astigmatism bad. What's up, Ramon Castillos?
What's going on, Ramon?
Uncle Kathy for taking care of Uncle Tony. We need you. Thanks, Mike. Mike Jesse. Do I take care of you?
Yeah, you do. You do very good.
Good.
I was 71 Duster with a 318. Great driver. Hot Rod Magazine. Because you could find this, man. It was in like 1970. It was a 1971, it's a series that they did in 1971 based on a 71 Duster with a 318. And they went through all of the steps and they got the thing to run like, oh God, like bottom 12s way back then, right? But I don't know why what you just said reminded me of that. But if you could find it, it's like a 3-part series and great reading, really great reading.
Max Wedge Dick Rusnick says, is there a cheap way to stroke a 400 Chrysler engine?
Yeah, cut down the mains on a 440 crank and throw it in there.
Wanting to turbo a Chevy 250 inline, any advice?
There are so many people who do turbo stuff that could give you really sound advice. I'm not one of them. Richard Holdner, you might want to check out his channel. He lives turbos. He would be the guy.
Bruce W says, Tony, go to bed, man. Great effort. I think you're slowly slipping.
I am slipping, yeah.
All right. They're talking to each other.
Okay.
Can you use the factory pistons and rods in that 400?
Not the pistons, but the rods. But every piston manufacturer has pistons on the shelf for that combination because it's so popular. I'm really starting to slip.
Yeah, he's slipping.
I am.
Thanks, Dickie Farley. He's giving us all a thumbs up.
Thank you, Dickie.
Are you done?
I think so.
I think you're done. So what's your plan for Wednesday?
Plan for Wednesday is we got to go out to TCI in the morning, and then we'll either do a show from TCI or we'll do one from Dallas's place. I don't know yet because I don't know how the day is going to roll. But
Oh, Dallas is going with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. That should be fun.
Okay, sure. Do you remember Broadway Freddy the Drag Racer? Of course I do.
You should do a live from the road.
Possibly.
Do you know how to use your phone?
I would use Dallas's.
Okay. Well, you can't. You have to be able to hook up to our channel. What's up, Greg Hamilton?
Yeah, guys, we're gonna pack it in. Thank you everybody who joined us tonight. Zero, John, Fubar, Ari, our moderators. You make this the smoothest live feed that there is. We wouldn't do this without you guys. Thank you. And I think that's it, right?
Is that it?
I
So
think so.
Wednesday, is it Wednesday night or Wednesday in the day you're gonna do a live? Or you're gonna do two?
No, we'll do one, but I don't know what it's gonna be in the day or night. But we'll definitely do something for sure.
Okay.
So again, everybody contributed for Super Chat. Thank you
everybody.
very much. And I'm gonna go take some medicine and go lay down and try to beat this thing because I gotta get back out into the shop. And I went to the shop this morning and all I could do was like pick things up and look at it. Put that down, pick this up. Yeah. Then I touched a car, and then like I touched another car, and then I put a hand on an engine, and I was like, I gotta go home. So that's where I've been at this whole week. I haven't been able to do jack shit.
Yeah.
So
you've been really sick.
I have been. So I'm gonna pull the plug now, and thank you guys. And
thanks so much, everybody.
yeah. Good night.
Appreciate you hanging out with us.